Anytime I go to China, I will find you. He stole my 386,000 naira. If you don't take risk, I don't know, you're not going to move forward. I was also scammed by a Nigerian. I was scammed about almost 4 million naira. So that stopped me from making money. No, would that stop me from doing my business? No, because I know how much I've made. So since I made a video on TikTok talking about challenges involved in importing phones from China, I feel like a lot of people saw that video, about 1,800 views, and I want to talk more about the realities of importing phones from China. So I've already made a list of like challenges of the things I have personally experienced, and I feel like I just have to talk about it, about the realities of importing phones from China. Not every phone arrives exactly as it is on video. Maybe it will have like a discoloration on the screen. I've experienced this twice actually. Among all the phones I've imported, I've only experienced this twice. There was a time I imported a 14 Pro Max and also an iPad. The iPad, when you turn off the screen, you could see like purple dots on the screen, but that was not really an issue, right? Because it's not going to spread or anything, and it was a full color screen as well. And the second one was when I imported the 14 Pro Max, that the phone that came was very different from what I ordered. I had to send it back. Sometimes the phone might look perfect on video, everything might look okay, but when you get it, that's when you see that the body is like, it has cosmetic wear. That's what they call it in China, cosmetic wear. That means the body, like the sides like this or the back, is a little bit too rough and it's not giving grade A, right? So that is why I always tell my students to ask questions like, is it a grade A phone? Is there any lock on it, or every other question. Payment problems can stop your business. Like last month, I was trying to make a payment for iPhone 16, two iPhone 16 for about 4,500 RMB. It was already added to my Alipay. And when I was trying to make that payment, I saw that it was not going through. I was like, what's going on? I made my research and everything, only to see that I've reached my limit, because in the month of June alone, I made about 90,000 RMB transaction. So it made me hit my limits faster. So because of I've hit my limits, I had to create another Alipay using my international passport, but because of I already have one, they linked the two together and I still couldn't use the other one. So I had to message the customer service, send some things, and then they allowed me to withdraw the money, the last money I had in the account. So when I withdrew that money in the account, I had to let me tell you one stupid thing I did. And I'll put another money in my other Alipay. I put about 3,000 RMB there. So that one too could not remove. I was stuck again. So I had to message the customer service again, and they helped me remove it. They were like, if I put any money there, it is going to be there till next year. So if you reach a limit of 200,000 RMB, you can't use the balance method again. So you have to have like a Chinese mainland bank card to be able to use the Alipay app. So that is another limitation that you are going to get when importing phones, because you know phones are like high, what's the word? Phones are high, like the money is high. Imagine somebody is buying like a 17 Pro, you are always getting orders for 17 Pro. So imagine how much RMB a 17 Pro is, from like 5,000 RMB upwards. So somebody is like, people are paying every day and you are making transactions every day. In less than a year, you are going to hit that limit, obviously. So that's like another limitation in importing phones from China. This leads me to my second point, paying through other people. You know, like if you've reached your limit and you're trying to use other people to make payment, like maybe a middleman, you send them your link and you make payments for it, you are losing money. Yes, imagine you're importing a 15 for like 1,500 RMB, and the person you are doing the payments with is charging you 10% of that order. 10% of 1.5 is 150 RMB. That should be your profit, and you are taking away from your profit or from the amount you are supposed to sell that phone for. So that is like another limitation when it comes to importing from China. Like when I reached my limits, I used a procurement agency. I sent her my links and I just did like 2 orders. Thankfully, I have some suppliers that I already trust. I had to close my mind and send them about 13,000 RMB. Like I tight my mind. I can't even lie. Like I was scared because, you know, making payments outside the app is kind of scary, but they delivered and I just kept on using them because this life is risk. If you don't take risk, I don't know, you're not going to move forward. So yeah, that is another one. Returning a bad phone can be expensive. Imagine a seller sends you a phone, maybe they made a mistake and they send you a bad phone, and you are trying to look for a shipping company that sends back to China. Some shipping companies charge an outrageous amount. The time I was trying to ship back one phone that I imported from China, they were charging me 56,000 naira. 56,000 naira to send back. I think this was last year. Like it was really, really crazy. 56,000. So I was like, nah, looking for a shipping company that ships, like that exports and imports, is kind of crazy. So that's like another thing. So you need to have a shipping company that does imports and exports as well. This is the reason why if you take my class, you are going to get every information in this class. And yes, like my student, they always have the free will to come back to me for questions and everything. I have a student that just imported her first phone to, like, yeah, she just imported her first phone. She imported a phone and an iPad. Yes. Suppliers delay affects customers. Like, it affects me, it affects my customers. Imagine I've already told my customer that, oh, 5 to 7 days to get your phone, and you pay to a supplier. Some suppliers, they will not even tell you that that phone is not even available again. So you have to wait for 3 days or 4 days before they will get that phone, and you'll be messaging them. They'll be like, oh, just chill, just calm down, I'll send it today, I'll send it tomorrow, I'll send it next tomorrow. They're just trying to buy time so that they can import, so that they can get that phone and send it to you, so that they don't lose money. And you are not only losing, like, you're also losing trust of, like, customers' trust. So that's like another issue. Even shipping companies too can delay. Shipping company delays can also affect your customers. There was a time that the very first time I imported plenty iPhones, about 10 iPhones. I posted it on TikTok. So during this time, there was a customer that got 16 plus for 900k from me. So I told him that it was going to take 7 days. This phone literally took 14 days, like 14 good days, because of the shipping company. So sometimes shipping company delays is real. Like, just what I do now is I'll tell them 5 to 7 days, and when I send them my policy, I always put except unforeseen circumstances. So if it takes more than 5 to 7 days, I'll just try to calm them down. But if the customer is not trying to calm down, I'll just tell them that, please look at our policy, we've already stated it there. But it's on rare occasions, like, I don't do it. I just tell them to calm down. So another thing is that you can get scammed. Yes, you can get scammed from importing from China. There was a time I was scammed 400k. For anytime I go to China, I'll find that Chinese scammer. Anytime I go to China, I will find you. He stole my 386,000 naira. Almost 400,000 naira. He stole my money. So you are likely to get scammed importing from China. You are likely to get scammed. So when you are importing from China, make sure that you open your eyes very, very well. During that time that I was even scammed, I was also scammed by a Nigerian. I was scammed about almost 4 million naira. So I was going through a lot, and during this time was also my birthday. So I was not mentally stable when I placed that order at all. I was not mentally stable. Only for me to see that the seller was a scammer. I did not get my money back. So I was going through a loss, and I had another loss on top of it. Worst part of it all, it was during my birthday week. Like, even the day I was scammed by the seller, it was on my birthday. It was on my birthday when I realized that I was scammed. I was supposed to go out that day to just get my mind off of what I was going through, but I could not even go out that day because my head was so full. Like, I was just home that day. Like, nah. So always open your eyes, shine your eyes very, very well. This is even what I even tell majority of my students. So you are likely to get scammed. See, the thing is that there is no business that you are not even going to get scammed in. There is no business. You are likely to get scammed in any business you venture into. So the best thing to do is to shine your eyes very well. And one thing I've noticed about myself, when I'm pressured, when I'm under stress, I don't like placing orders at all. I will just keep everything. Like yesterday, I was not in a good mood at all. I just left everything I was doing, and I just only focused on responding to my customers. I did not place any order, because if you try to look for phones or place orders when you are not in the right headspace, you can also not read descriptions properly, or not understand your sellers properly, and just place the order that way, and you end up getting maybe a locked phone. This has also happened to me. So that's the reason why I just, please don't do that when you're under pressure. It has happened to me more than 3 times. Yes, more than 3 times. Imagine how much I've lost because of that. But would that stop me from making money? No. Would that stop me from doing my business? No, because I know how much I've made, and when I calculate my gains and I calculate my losses, my gains are still more than my losses. So I just have to, I just have to keep going. I don't have to stop my business because of that. Do you get? Brings me to the next point. Always read descriptions carefully before you place an order. Read descriptions carefully, ask questions, because if you don't, sometimes you might even misunderstand what they are saying. So that's the reason why I don't only use Google Translate to translate to English, because sometimes Google Translate just translates how it is written. I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT helps me write it out very, very correctly, explain it to me how the customer, like what the customer is trying to say, if it has MDM lock, if it has activation lock, if it has any type of lock, because yeah, there are different types of locked iPhones, and I'm going to make a video on that in the next video, explaining about that. Yeah, because I'm trying to hit my 4,000 watch hour, so I'm trying to get my money. I'm trying to get my money up, like. So yeah. So another thing is that pre-order business carries more pressure than you importing to your store and selling, because imagine if I had a store now, I can import like 100 phones, check them out. If there are any bad ones, I will take the loss, or I'll send it back to the seller. Or I know that yes, But when you pre-order a phone, imagine you pre-order a phone worth about 1.5 million and you try telling the seller like, oh, this phone is kind of faulty. Maybe after a week or two, you tell the seller and the seller just ignores you. There's nothing you can do. Maybe if you order from the website, you can just report to the website and then try to see if there is a way you can get it done. So pre-order business carries more pressure than importing in bulk and selling, like importing from a reliable seller, one reliable seller, and selling. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but people that have done pre-order or people that are currently doing pre-order will understand what I'm currently saying. This is the reason why some people don't do pre-order, because pre-order business has pressure. Okay, imagine I import a phone of 800k and the phone comes and the phone is having issues and the customer asks me for a refund. How do I want to refund 800k? Do you get what I'm saying now? But if I import in bulk and the customer say, oh, they want a refund, I can say, oh, I have another phone to give you, and I can just give them another phone. Do you get? So you see what I mean by pre-order businesses carry more pressure. So another thing is communication barriers. Yes, I think I kind of said this one. Sometimes if you don't understand your supplier well, it could be a problem in later future. So always use ChatGPT. Yes, always use ChatGPT. Also, always use Google Translate. But me, I use both. I can't even lie to you. I have like 4 ChatGPT accounts. So that if I can't use this one again for like some few hours, I will log in my next one, because it is very, very important. Another thing is that repairs eat your profit. Yeah, so you will repair phone. Yes. You think you are just importing phone, definitely you are going to run into an issue. So you should be prepared for that. Yes, lock your mind. The first time that I imported a bad phone, I thought that was where the world ended for me. I sat down outside. That was at night. I don't even know that mosquito was biting me. I was just thinking, how much was the phone? 350k. Did I refund the lady back? Yes, I did. Do you get me? So now I sometimes the kind of like there are some phones that I've imported that had issues. I say, okay, yes, I can send it back to the seller, I can do this, I can do that, I'll bear the loss. Do you get? Because now I'm already like a guru in the business. When I first started like this, I'll just be thinking, hey, I will just be scared. I don't want to import a bad phone. Now, yeah, I don't want to import it, because who wants to import a bad phone? But at the same time, if I do, or when I do, I know that yes, these are the processes that I can take, and these are the policies I have in place to protect me and to also help my customer. Do you get? Because I cannot just leave my customer hanging like that. These are the policies that if I give you some options like, okay, this and this and this is what we can do. If you don't take it, I'll just be like, so how do you want me to help you? How do you want me to help you? Some will be like, oh, I can send it back for a refund. I'll be like, okay, if I sell it, I'm going to give you a refund. But I still make sure that I protect myself. Protecting yourself should be the first thing that you have to do for your business. Protect yourself, protect your brand, then you protect your customer, help your customer, make it work. Let everybody be happy at the end of the day. That's just it. And I'm not sharing these things to discourage anybody not to import phones. Trust me, baby, I've made money. I've made money from importing phones. But would that stop me from importing phones? No. Would that make me discourage other people from importing phones? Hell no. I'm just trying to let you know that, oh, prepare your mind. It's not all roses and beds and roses. What's it called? It's not all lavender and honey pot. You put in the work, and you know that yes, if anything happens, you can sort it out. But in my class, there are like processes that you have to take so that you don't fall for the things I've experienced. Because yes, experience is the best teacher from you. I did not learn from anyone. So what I give to people, what I teach people is what I've experienced over the months and over the years. Do you understand? So that's what I'm just trying to explain here. These are just the realities of phone importation. There is no way that you are not going to import a bad phone once. Even sellers in Ikeja too, they've also experienced things like this. So don't think you are special and you're not going to fall into issues. You are definitely going to fall into issues. And along the line, you are also going to create policies that is going to protect you, protect your brand, and also help your customer. So yeah, see you in my next video. Bye.